Hey guys, happy Friday. How is everyone doing today? How is your Friday going? Let me cut off this game. Y'all always know I'm knee deep into some Mario. How is everybody doing today? Well, it's afternoon. It's not early anymore. It is afternoon time. Let's see, what do I feel like listening in my ears? Okay. But yeah, so now there we go. I got my music going in my ear. Let's listen to some Kirk Franklin today. I think that's what I want playing in my ears. Let me see. Sorry, guys. There you go. All right. So, how's everybody's week going? To tell you the truth, my week is going okay. I mean, I made it through trying to make some decisions on, moving and getting a place. So, today I just thought I'd speak about me. So, well, usually that's what I speak about because I can't speak about anyone else but myself. I can speak about what I've seen, my perspective of it, my point of view about it. I can speak on what I've been through, but I try my best not to speak for someone else because I can't. I can't. Unless they're literally sitting in my ear like these earphones and telling me to say this for them. And then I still would say, hey, I'm speaking for such and such. You just can't hear them. They're telling me what they want you to know. But other than that, I can't speak for anyone but myself. So for me, this week has been, you know, I don't know if anyone else goes through this, but like, you know how sometimes it's really up and it's really down, almost like when I say it's really up, then it's really down. Like, you ever heard when people say like you can have your best day and your worst day in the same day? And that might mean you might have been having a great day and then get some bad news. So it's like your worst and your best day. So that's what I mean by really up, really down. So there have been things that would normally bring you down. And in them, I felt that I've been stronger than I would have been, but I could have been stronger. So when I look back, and quickly look back too, because before sometimes when I look back on things that I've grown from or that I'm changing about or that I understand different, it's years later. It's not instant. So, like I said, with this week, those are things I've been thinking about. And thinking about how sometimes we beat ourselves up so bad. You know, you beat on yourself so bad, that you're trying to make things happen that are almost impossible to happen just like that. And so then it beats you up. You beat up on yourself even more and even more. So I'm really just trying right now to just take some time. So I had to put everything into perspective and, you know, then move on from there. So this week for me has been, like I said, a good week because I'm still here. And I'm still fighting. And, like I said, we're all humans. And I always think about it when I think of, you know, the things that go on here. Because I try to bring, I'm not going to say real life because all this is real life because we're real people going through real things. So I like to say I like to bring my life and use it to something going on in here on YouTube. When I say in here, I mean on YouTube. So, like this week, I thought about all the things that are running through my mind that are going on in my life, that have gone on in my life. I'm trying to figure out that I don't figure out that we're back in the closet, but now they're out in the present, out in the front, they're sitting right there at the front door. Uh, and how some days it's hard. It's hard to be happy. It's hard to be nice. It's hard to be, you know, optimistic. It's hard to be any of these things. And I think about those are the days where I have stepped back from here instead of stepping in here more. So even if I'm not in chats and I'm just listening, I listen. And if sometimes I'm listening, I get like, oh, I'm getting a hey Lucinda, hey sis. If I'm listening on YouTube and it hits something in me, because like when I think of when we use like trigger warnings, the reason that we do this is because most things that you talk about that will be trigger warnings will affect other people. Even though you may just be telling your story, there are people who may have been through the same thing or similar things and they can't deal with it, or they are right in the heart of it right now, or it's just something that emotionally is something they can't talk about. It's almost like when somebody passed and the person, whoever's close to them, so if it was the husband, the spouse, or if it was the parent, or if it was someone like that, or the girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever it may have been, sometimes you don't know when to bring it up to them. So like even if it's a good story, you don't know, like, is it still too sensitive? And right now maybe they can't. Like I lost my dog a couple of weeks ago, and it's not that I don't think about it every day, but I try my best to go on and not think and be sad all day about it. But like my son sent me this picture of the dogs together, and the picture is only from last year, but it is something I can't look at right now, because it makes me very sad, because you start thinking of the loss, not the life. And so that's what trigger warnings are. So sometimes when you're talking about things, it may just be your story, but it may bring up something. And now when we cut this live off, there'll be people who may be in it and now they're sad or down, and you don't know what is going to trigger inside of them. But thanks for stopping by and showing some love, sis. I'm just like I said, I'm here just talking this Friday, talking about the week, talking about what I got out of it, how I relate my life to things going on here, just to look at them so that I look at them different, even when watching them on here. And so like I said, I always think when I'm watching here on YouTube and I'm watching a chat or I'm listening to a content creator speak, I'm always thinking about the people who will watch, who will listen, like myself. I'm not the only one going through something. And I'm not the only one, what I mean? So everybody is going to their own things. And so you never know if what you're talking about might cause something, or they might have came on here to get away from thinking about that stuff. So I'm kind of skeptical on what you want to talk about, and you want to be so open, or you want to be this, but sometimes you have to know that, you know, what I can talk about and what I should talk about, and when is the time and when is the place to have those kind of conversations. But not getting into anything deep. I just think about my own life when I'm thinking about other people. Like Lucinda, since you're right here in the chat right now, for an example, I don't know what's going on in your day or in your life or in your surroundings right now. So if I came and I'm just being nasty, you know what I mean, for no reason, to me, like that, it makes no sense. It doesn't to do that to anyone. So this week on YouTube has been a lot of hurt, a lot of hurt people hurting people, a lot of hurt people unable to communicate what the problem is. So they actually are adding more problems on. And then in that, you're seeing a lot of people with hatred inside of themselves show their face. Because see, when you got all this turmoil going on, it's easy to bring the ugly out of everyone. It's easy to bring the ugly out. You know what I mean? But where is it that we could shine some light? Because some of us are on here and stay in here to have a place of light, to come in and, have a laughter and have a place, where you just hang out, or, you know what I mean? You just talk, or like I said, there was a time when I would come to YouTube because I love the house. I've seen every housewife there is. There's not one season of Love and Hip Hop I've never seen. There's not one thing of The Real World I haven't watched. So many reality shows I watched in for years. For years, it's been so much reality shows that you forgot there were still real shows coming on. You know what I mean? So if it wasn't Power, or I mean, my reality goes so far back of being so much into reality that I remember watching reality shows when there were just a couple. So in my real life, in my everyday life, in my life that I can touch. Like I tell little kids when they're trying to figure out yesterday from today. Today is when you're talking in right now. So in my everyday life, most people didn't watch all those shows. So you might have somebody who watched Love and Hip Hop, or somebody who might watch The Housewives of Atlanta, but they don't watch The Housewives of New York. They might watch New York, but they don't mess with Orange County. Somebody who doesn't watch The Real World, or they didn't used to watch Road Rules, or so when they see these challenges, they don't even know who any of these Road Rules people are, or. And then I had a couple of friends that they did watch those shows, so we would talk about them, and we would love to talk about them. But when I realized that I could come to YouTube and there would be communities where it's all these people. So when you naming these old facts or these old characters, or you're saying how much I've been in love with CT for years, and you're talking about all these things they knew. And so you felt comfortable, like, okay, there's other people out here like me. There's nothing wrong with this. I'm so glad for it. So there are people who come for that, so I could be in this safe place of loving this show and talking about it. Or I could be in this safe place, or, hey, I just go because there are communities that you can go to, and what they're talking about is what's going on in that community. So if I'm all around that community, yeah, that's fine. You know what I mean? So I see it from all these angles. But I know that people really, I can't believe that people are literally logging on and logging in and coming in to just like either spew hate or receive it. Like, I just can't believe that. There's nothing somebody gonna tell me, no matter what's going on in your life, because if it's really so bad that you can't make it, then what you should never be doing is indulging in anything that could bring energy or trigger something worse in you. In you. Like, that's who you gotta look out for, is you. You have to make sure you're okay. You know what I mean? In my darkest of moments, sometimes I know not to even pick up my phone, because what I might say, and let's say once I say it, I'm like, oh man, I should have get that. It's already out there. It's already out there. And the more, so another thing I've been seeing is a lot of people who've done things, and some truly are now like, hey, I went too far. I did too much. You know what I mean? And they're standing in it. And I applaud that. I applaud that because, one, we all make mistakes, you know, and we've all done something wrong. But the thing is can you stand in it and not do it anymore? That's the simple thing. So when I see that, that's a good thing. Then you have people who, even when they're telling all these stories of all these other people who did it and who are guilty and who are this and who are that, they don't realize that they are guilty too. You're guilty because you're in it still. Every time it goes somewhere, you seem to be in it. It's all these characters, but the common denominator is you. You know what I mean? It's just so many things that are set up for hate, set up for negativity, set up for the demise of. Like, let me tell you something. This is no diss. Like, I wouldn't know Reddit. Like, if you look it up, is it Reddit? Is it on YouTube? Is it on Instagram? I don't know. I wouldn't know, because everything I've ever heard about it sounds like a place to go and kick it off. Sounds like a place to go and find out the mess. Sounds like a place to go to get in some shit. So I'm just like, oh, not really interested. Now, if that's what I was on, I'd probably be in there looking for who was saying something or saying something. But I just, like I said, I don't know. So I don't even know if there are Reddit, publishers and writers who write things, or do people come in and freestyle? Because I always hear people say, I have my own Reddit. So I'm just going off the community. But when I think of, like, not the community, the word, the verbiage used to describe stuff and everything else. So I'm just going off of that and trying to figure it out. But like in the last year and a half, it seems like these are words I hear a lot, and they never mean nothing good. Doxing, screenshots, in the chat, uh, in the chat, Reddit, IG, you know. And sadly, sometimes even when you say in my membership, like, does membership stand for a place to be the snakiest, to be bad? to be that's membership should be a place to say where there's somebody who appreciates you so much that every month they want to just like a bill pay to your organization, pay to your business, pay to what you're doing. So when I think of a membership, I think of that. But if your membership is just based on a secret a secret place to kick off a bunch of mess, a secret place to to get it cracking, a secret place to dox people, a secret place like it's ridiculous. So when I think of those things, I'm like, come on, guys, we all have to do better. But I'm not even here stating that over and over again. I feel like that's a I'm not a tape recorder, so I don't want to keep just saying the same things over and over again. But sometimes when I come up against these same conversations or seeing the same things where it's all this 1 minute we cool, then the next minute you dissing me, or I'm doing something good and you got something to say, or 1 minute we cool and you telling everybody I don't do something, then when we not cool, that's exactly what you're telling everybody I did, and you was watching me do it, and it's just a bunch of that, and it's kind of like, wait, this is getting confusing. Hi there. And y'all know I'm blind as a Billy Bat. Who is that? Only Beauty Doll. Hey, Sparkle. Hey there. I'm just sitting here talking about like in your life, everybody got things going on in their life. You know what I mean? You fighting something, you're dealing with something, you paying these bills, you're dealing with your mate, you're dealing with your friend, whatever it is, your kids, your pets, whatever. Everybody has these things going on. And in that life, it's some bad things, it's some terrible things going on. So when you come on here, it's like if you came on here just to start something, like find something better to do. And that's like to any of us. Like it's gotta be something better to do. But I do understand pain. Just like any of us who've been hurt, as soon as somebody try to give you that noise, you go, oh, I'm ready. I've been in this arena. I've been in pain. I've had people talk about me when there was no reason to. I've been there. That's nothing. I don't go looking for that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? But then, like I said, I see justified things on here where people are standing up and say, "Hey, you got the wrong one. You pulled up on the right." Or you, I tell people, you never got the wrong one when you call me out. You got the right one because it's obviously what you wanted. So that's how I look at things. So to me, some people doing that, you're like, oh, okay, I get it. I see it. Like I said, even when it's wrong, I see it. Like, this person looking for this person looking for that, this person all up in this. And I'm like, I ain't gonna be in that, period. Like I said, because some things, who you are. So if you know who you are, you know how you gonna react if you get up in some stuff. And I promise you, if I get up in some stuff, hey Susan, if I get up in some stuff, it's gonna negate everything I'm saying now. Because it's gonna be the exact thing I told you I didn't want to do. And you gotta realize one thing with anybody. Forget what you think it's gonna do to them. You never know what that's gonna bring to your life. Cause it's some people who they never gonna get off your neck. I remember, like I said, I watch everybody. You know what I mean? So some people I've been like, oh, I've been seeing you forever. And some people was like, oh, I didn't see your face and now I see it. You know what I mean? And some people end up with a channel, whatever it is. But I've been around for a while, watching, just supporting and doing all these type of things. That's why I tell you, when I come in anybody chat, I come in as a supporter. And I really do. I come in to watch you, to listen, to, be entertained, whatever it is I came in there for. So I do come in on that lane. You know what I mean? I don't even think of myself as a creator at all. Because at the end, the supporter in me came out because I was like, you know what? You can't be in the chats trying to explain yourself. One, they don't give you that many characters. And two, sometimes the explanation is bigger than just a couple of words. It's deeper than that. It's like if I start talking about one person, like if I said and gave my story on John Yates, it's going to start before John Yates, but it has to bring them in because it has to make sense. It has to make sense. If I tell my story on anybody, got a beginning and it starts somewhere, but it's going to usually, especially we're talking YouTube, it's going to start with somebody else, not making it the other person, but understanding where the relationship began or where the respect began or where I saw them first or what I thought first, because I don't want to start in the middle of the story, but know that if we go a year ago, I used to think I ain't like you in the first place. And then you start doing this and I really didn't like you because I'm honest and I'm a real person and I'm going to keep it, a buck with you. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you at all times because, like I said, I don't need to be in mess. Because see, the deeper I could be in mess is as deep as I could be in fixing something, making something better. And the better I try to make myself, and I make myself by, like I tell people, hey, you ever quit drinking or smoking, whatever it is you do, your vice, but you one of them people who cannot be in the room with it? Like, oh, let me leave while you light that cigarette up because I'm going to smoke one. Some people be at that. Oh, don't get me in this because I'm going to jump right in and I'm going to get dead back in it with you. But some people could sit in that room, just be chilling, kicking it, and never think about, oh, I want to square, oh, I want to smoke, oh, I need that drink. That's how I feel about mess. I could be sitting right in it and knowing, okay, if you say something, you put yourself in it. And if you say something that makes some sense. Say something that ain't on no side. It's to both. This applies to both. You know, or say nothing. It's that simple. Say nothing. Because like I said, it'd be so many back. It's more than the back page around here. It's just so much back stuff going on. It if you don't know all of it, you feel like you can only speak on what you know. You know what I mean? So like if I come up and say, oh well, like for example, when I was watching See with Moon last night, when I was watching her yesterday, and I'm watching different characters come on there, and they all talking with each other and stuff. Like I said, what I thought of the whole thing is, if I just took out any moment that meant anything to me, it probably would have been when the lady D said stop. That's all I heard. That's all I heard. It blacked everything else out in the whole thing. It was like 3 hours into it, but everything else blacked out because all I heard and all I could think when I think of thing is her saying stop. Just said stop. That's all I heard. So, like I said, you can pick and choose what you go to. Now, if you sitting to break it down or break down her, then me breaking down See Moon would be bigger than just that episode. It would be everything I've ever watched, and then it still would be my opinion off of what I seen. And that's with anybody. And there's no breakdowns. I'm not here to break down nobody. I'm here to break down what I see and why it make me want to be better in something. That's it. That's it. Because like I said, I know I can go to bad, and I wouldn't even change my page. I just go to bad route, and so then every time I had to look at myself too, and look at what I started and set out to do, and look at where I went. But like I said, I don't even come for that. I come on here because I can, because I can come on here, and because it gives me a platform to start doing something. But also, like I said in the beginning, I'm just giving you all me, me as I figure it out, me as I get to understand it, me. And like I said, so I keep up on a bunch of everything. So it's not a lot of topics that we could cover that I'm not gonna know what's going on. I'm not in the loop. I'm not. But before I can get to any of those things, like I said, I give you the foundations to tell you where I came from. So I didn't just walk in the door and somebody think, oh, you seen me do it and you just trying to do this or you did this. No, no, I'm not. As I said, some people try to make a lane. I try to make a highway. You understand? That lane is one thing. I want a highway. I want it to be able to go in and out. I want to be able to go here to there, state to state. That's what I'm trying to do. And that highway ain't just for me. That's why I want it to be a highway. See, if I keep it a lane, that's for me. And I know how to stay in my lane. But I would rather do that. I'd rather do that. I'd rather be someone who can honestly move where they move and still respect everybody. I have no reason to respect you. And if I don't feel I can respect you, I don't have anything to say but hello. You know what I mean? Because there's no reason for me to be breaking down anybody, whether I need to be saying, oh, they need respect, they deserve this, they don't. You know, it's people in here, it's people who come here, even like Susan, who for almost 2 years, before I was even thinking of anything on being a content creator, we spoke and we showed respect, and it's been nothing but that. Can I speak on anything else but me and her? I can't. I tell you, I stay in the lane that's me, what I can speak on, and I'm gonna continue to get. So that's what I'm saying. Sparkle, I actually started seeing you. When was the first time I seen you, Sparkle? I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna try to remember. It wasn't on Tales from Colt. Oh, what did I see you on the first time? And you came in there dropping some good juicy 411. Was he talking about Wally? See, I'm trying to remember, but it was over a year ago I saw you the first time. And then I've seen you a couple of other places. And I've seen you be the same every time. So like I said, I don't have nothing against. That's why I know who Sparkle is. I've seen it. I've seen you before. But yeah, so nothing against, but that's what I said. Because I'll be everywhere. And I'm not even, let me tell you something. I don't be everywhere to spy. I got 100 billion better things to do than be somewhere and spy. And when I'm somewhere and I jump in the chat and I see a name I know and something I know, I'm definitely, it's like coming to a party and seeing a face, you know. Hey, Charlie Brown, I'm up in there. What up, Charlie? What up, goody booty? I'm right here. And that's me, because that's me in real life. I'm not sitting back watching to see who gonna be there and see who said what and see who gonna do what. But then there are chats I don't come into because I know it's somebody who, I mean, they found the the button for screenshots about to fall off because they just screenshotting everything. They done screenshot so many doggone pieces of the chat, they might as well just took a transcript of the chat. Cause it's that, no, I'm not that. That's not what I'm on. And like I told y'all, when I was recording videos, now this is just a part of me. Now this is way before, like I said, if you look me up, you'll see the first time I came on here, and that channel is still up. I just don't think it. I was under Danny All About It 100 or something. I had set up a page and made that my little name. And I told you I made that page because I was in the documentary. That's 2018 when that page was on. And they told me to set up all these social medias or whatever. And I was going to do a review on the show every way. America to Me, I was going to do a review every week. And I was going to do like with different cast members that were on there. So every week, and I was going to do that. But with traveling, with my teenagers being at the ages they were and everything going on with life and stuff like that, and I was in the process of moving, I didn't do it. I just never started it. They wanted me every week, and even when I didn't start on the first week, they, oh, don't worry, we can start from here and we could do it like it's episode 1 through 3, and you could do. But I didn't do it. I didn't do it. But what I saw was the only way to comment would be as if you was under your page. So I had been watching for years and not really commenting. So I'm like, oh, to get back on this comment, I have to be under my page. So I would go on that page and comment. So it's nothing to have. And that's what I told you. Oh, I done checked a few in these head chats. Like I said, some they get their feelings, some block you, they whatever. They started and they tell you went too far. Some creep over and go to your Facebooks and stuff and think that's gonna turn something. But then you're gonna have them goons that really, if they sitting on the nosy that know me reading my comments, they gonna come to you too. But I don't want none of that. Like that's not what I'm on. But honestly, like I said, so I did it on that page. But I'm always the type of person that always knew way before I ever got interviewed. Like I said, I did the Dallas News, was on there when we were in a documentary. I've done little articles. My son was in Time magazine when we were in there. Him and a couple of children for the documentary. But like I said, outside of all of those things, I've always knew like I wanted to do interviews or little documentaries or things of these nature. So I'm always like filming something. So in my phone, there's always little clips where I was thinking something I did. Did you catch my lives? I done did pranks, all kind of stuff because this is just who I am. This is just who I am. And so all the videos I have of any YouTuber, it would be to make a timeline. And like I said, most of the videos are going to be like during the pandemic because that became a famous time of I'm going to put it up and take it down. And it's not going to be the whole video. I do not want to download your whole video. I do not want your whole video. I'll watch the whole video. But I do want that climax. And then I'm going to watch the whole video if I was to speak on it so much that I can tell you what we were talking about before the climax. But some of the things, other than giving you the actual time of when it was said, giving you timestamps, other than that thing, I can talk about these things without going to the video. Because I've seen them. I watched them. I was there. So, like I said, that is how I feel about it. But I still don't jump in nobody thinking, but hold on, why you saying that about this person? You forgetting this. Let me send you these little videos I got from last year when they said it. I'm not. And then I'm a strong believer. If you knew somebody was doing something 2-3 years ago and you wasn't saying nothing, I don't really want to talk about it. Because you didn't care then. You didn't care then. I remember when the stuff was coming out about John Yates and him making a statement about the Muslims and those type of things. The truth of the matters was his YouTube channel wasn't doing nothing at that time. I know because I used to watch him. And I couldn't believe like he was so big on Instagram and that it didn't transfer over like that. And I'm talking about this stuff before he was on Sherelle. But I had saw him when him and Brittany was falling out. I actually, here's the funny thing. I actually at the time watched her more, but the more she would like dog in on him, I was like, I gotta see what this is really like. Then I'm like, wait, this is the same dude? Because I was never even memorizing his name. But so it's like for somebody to be bringing that up now, it's like, where was the hoo ha then? And there was hoo ha. I saw it. I wasn't on Instagram and stuff like that, but it was definitely, it was talking about it. It was definitely buzzing. Definitely. Then I watched you get on somebody's show and we didn't even bring that up with you and her. And that person didn't like her then either. But like I said, so I can think back on all these things that I'm watching and still have no judgment because they just pieces of the puzzle. They pieces of the story. None of this took no money out of my thing. And if it got too bad, I stopped watching. Because see, when it started getting too dark, I'd be like, no, thank you. No, thank you. Because you making me want to snap. So you just got to know how to do that. And like I said, as adults, why are people that invested in another person? Why are you sitting up and saying to yourself that, you know what, the biggest fight I got to fight is theirs? Because see, one, I'm opening the door for all these fights for me. Because it's always somebody watching when you get your dogs and you get your crew. It's always somebody watching them put together a better crew, a sneakier crew, a shadier crew, a messier crew. Always. Oh, always. Always. Because you give them a handbook on how you doing it. Mm-hmm. And some of them so slick, they going to get little parties in your crew, get cool with them so they can get some more inside intel. And they going to use that in my shady boots book. Not me. Not me. Let me tell you, you ain't got to stab me 100 times. You don't got to put together an army. You don't have to do none of that. You can state you don't like me and move on. You can state you don't like what I'm doing and don't come around. But I think more people watch what they don't like than they watch what they do. You could be supporting something you do like, so you could say, rather than supporting something I don't. I don't do that. That's just me. All that hate, what now? I will watch the fill in the blanks. I would definitely watch that. So if you start talking about somebody and I keep thinking, I don't even know who the hell that is, I'm going to go over to see who they are. And see what they're about. Now, do you think I'm going over there like, hey, yeah, I heard you ain't shit? Just thought I'd run through on your path. For what? I got better things to do with my time. Because if that's the case, every time y'all watch a bad movie, I'm going to need y'all to look up who the executive producer is, who the writer is, who the director is. And I need you to call them and give them every tip and tidbit you could give them on how to make that movie better. But other than that, I am need people to slow down. And that's the good thing about having your own page. If you want to get on that page and have a butt trumpet party, okay, and if people sit and watch it, that's who wants to watch it. I don't care. I'm not on it. And I like I said, I like seeing people for who they are. That's you. That's cool. That's funny. You're funny. I saw it. I'm like, oh, that's hilarious. I like their little style. And some people, they messy is funny. I used to have a buddy. Once again, I ain't gonna say nobody's name because I don't want to get nobody's name. I used to have a buddy. Messy should have been his middle name. But when we worked together, you know what I'm saying? We used to say, I mean, he give it even to the customers. He just would give it to you, and he was hilarious. That's one of the things I loved about him. It wasn't like he was jumping up and degrading people, but like I said, when them customers try to come up in there, and he gave it to them. Real polite with a smile on his face. I used to love that about him. His saying was, "You show up, I'm gonna show out," and I mean that's what he did, and I loved that about him. You know what I mean? But he also would stand up for people and he knew like, okay, that's pushing the limit. Or if he offended somebody and they came back like, hey, you kind of made me feel. And he would say like, oh, that was not my goal. or this, and he do not take it too far. But like I said, so everybody is their own thing. So when I'm coming to your page, I just want to see you. If I come over there and I feel like you acting just like Ducky, I say, oh shoot, I'm gonna go to Ducky page. At least I want to watch the original. I don't like copying. I don't like them copies. You know what I'm saying? I don't do frugaces. I told y'all that. I don't do the phony version. I don't do the cheap version. I'm not the type to go get me some Uchi because I can't afford Gucci. Like, I'm not that person. If it ain't real, if it ain't authentic, it ain't on me. You know what I mean? If I can't afford it, I just don't have it. So I don't do the, oh, we just like, and I hate all this clicking up. Like, if I'm cool with you, I'm cool with you. You know what I mean? I'm cool with you. That's what it is. We don't even have to, I don't have to stand up with signs on. I don't gotta get you tattooed on me so we know we cool. We cool. You know what I mean? So if I'm cool with you, I'm cool. And that's all it is. I'm not gonna let nothing happen to none of you. Cause I'm cool with you. I'm gonna stand on that ground. Now, if you want to keep jumping in quicksand or whatever, I also can only do so much. But like I said, I'm cool with who I'm cool with. And who I don't rock with, here's the thing. Even who I'm cool with wouldn't know who I didn't rock with because I don't rock with them in no kind of way. I don't talk about them. I don't watch them. I can't tell you what's going on with, you know what I'm saying? I don't rock with them. You think in the times I've been on YouTube and ain't been creators, I just don't rock with? I'm not talking about them. Period. They not even good enough to come out my mouth. Like, even people think, even when I did that video 10 months ago, and like I said, I didn't do that as a content creator. I did that as a subscriber who had something to say and didn't want to be cut off in the comments no more. That's what that video was about. And I'm not going to take it down because I put it up because that's what I felt. But do I hate Sharia? Well, hell no, I don't. Hate is a strong word. Did I completely dislike how that whole thing went down with her and John Yates? And then bring the whole with Monica and all that? I didn't. I'm not changing my opinion on that, period. Did I not like how Perry is a talented, funny dude, African American king, brother, and how I felt like he was becoming what the stereotype of, you know what I'm saying? And it was coming all these things, and does that mean somebody was making him doing a pup? No, I don't, but I didn't like that. It hurt me actually with him. So, like I said, no, I don't watch a bunch, but anyone's I don't rock with. If I clicked on, it's been YouTube content creators that I done clicked on. Like, I'm watching. One day I seen one YouTuber put on their comment in their community tab a video. I went to the videos. This guy, and like, he sold like old sports paraphernalia and stuff, but he a content creator. But I can't remember his name, but I did remember that he had like these jerseys and stuff hanging up or whatever. But on that, I saw Gavin. What is this girl? I can't think of her name, but they talk a lot about Trista. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, we're gonna have to to be continue this. I gotta run to the store real quick, but I promise you I'm gonna come back and it's gonna have to be a part 2. Sorry, because I don't do it on my phone. I do it on my laptop, so I can't even take this one on the road. But I'm gonna come back and part 2 it when I come back, and I'll watch from the end. I'll finish where I started. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. I'll get right back at you.